Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Wednesday, the 16th of December's reading comprehension. Okay, today's reading comprehension is hostages to handheld devices. And I have to say, it does present quite an interesting read for all of you guys. So, same as usual, we're going to read our text, and then I'm going to have a look at a question and find the answer from the correct part of the text. Okay, so this is actually a newspaper report. So, the way that you read this is you read down like that, just in case anybody needs that reminder. So don't read it across, otherwise it just will not make any sense whatsoever. It's got a little introduction here, so have a read of that, and then the headline is quite informative. Read the rest of the text, pause the video while you do, and you've got the glossary at the bottom that explains to you there what the word holistic means. Okay, so read the entire text, pause the video while you're doing that, and then we'll go through a question. Right, so the first question the question we're going to look at today is find and copy an example of alliteration from lines 6 to 10. So just a reminder that alliteration is where two words are used in a phrase that begin with the same letters. So brilliantly beautiful. The alliteration is both words begin with B. Okay, so that should be quite easy to look for. So there's line number 5, so 6 to 10. 1 in 4 British children believe that playing video games is a form of exercise, according to a new report which warns that sport in schools is at a critical crossroads. So there we go. That looks to be like our alliteration right there, critical crossroads. So it's a find and copy question. So we will just put critical crossroads. And then we've got the next part of the question. Why do you think the authors of the report chose this phrase? Well, let's go and have a look back. So this whole paragraph here, well, these two paragraphs, explains that a lot of young people are playing on video games as a form of exercise. Now, even though I play on a lot of video games, I still take exercise. Not as often as I should, but more often than I used to. And it says that young people are becoming hostages to handheld devices. So they're spending all of their time on mobile phones or on Xboxes or PlayStations. Now, that's probably true for some of you in the class. It's definitely true for me on a weekend. It then goes on to say 1 in 4 British children believe that playing video games is a form of exercise, according to a new report which warns that sport in schools is at a critical crossroads. Now, the word crossroads, when you think about it, when you come to a crossroad, you've got that way you can go. You can go straight forward, or you can go that way. Okay, so we're coming up this line here. So imagine that's the road. You get to the end of the road and it's a crossroads, so there's 3 different directions you can go, or you can go back the way you've came. Okay, now it's talking about sport in schools being at a critical crossroad. Well, critical generally tends to mean that something is quite serious, and at the crossroads, like we've got here, it means that there's many possible ways how sport could go. So it could go backwards and we stop doing it. It could go forwards and we improve, okay, and we do more sport. Or it could get worse, or it could stay the same, okay? So that's what I think critical crossroads means, is that there's many different ways that how schools teach sport could go, and that's why I think they've used the word critical crossroads, because obviously if schools don't teach as much sport and we look at things more like video games, then sport will become a thing of the past and people will become more enslaved by handheld devices. So you just put a little line saying, I think that critical crossroads, that the author used critical crossroads. I'm just going to put that in quote marks to show that there are many things that could happen. And then you maybe give an example. For example, things could stay the same, things could change for the better, or things could change for the worse. Okay, right. So that is just one example of the questions. Again, that was the hardest one. I wanted to give you a reminder of what alliteration was, just in case anybody forgot. Okay, so you've got a couple more questions to attempt for today. So good luck, and I will see you tomorrow for the last of our reading comprehensions. Goodbye.